Alright guys, Midwest by Motorcycle back here again. Out here in Monroes Harbor here in Chicago. Start off my ride. I come here a lot. I think it's really pretty. Say what's up to the geese. Last time I was out in the suburbs doing this, and I really love riding in the suburbs because, as you will see, in the city and the nearby areas, there's just people fucking everywhere, man. On top of that, the traffic laws around here are a little bit lawless. Like, people do whatever the fuck they want, and like, look at this guy. And frankly, the police just have more things to deal with than traffic laws in Chicago. So, why am I in 4th going 30? So, you'll see people run red lights here like it's just whatever, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't do the same thing. But yeah, we're out here in Monroes Harbor. There's the harbor right there. This is just a park right off Lakeshore Drive. It's really beautiful here in the summer. It's also open till 11 o'clock at night, and it's got one of the best skyline views of the city. So I really enjoy coming out here and just checking it out, relaxing. It's a good spot to stop. I especially had to stop right now and throw my windbreaker over all my gear because we were blessed with another sunny but 50 degree and 20 mile per hour wind day. So what we're doing today is I'm gonna head north here on Lakeshore. Hopefully I can keep I'm gonna try and keep the speed below 60. I mean the speed limit on that road to begin with is 40 miles per hour, or like 45 miles per hour. No one goes 40 miles per hour, man. The whole road's going 60 to 70, but I did my trial run with my new microphone setup, and I did notice you get some pretty bad clipping over 60 miles per hour. I mean, I was on the highway coming home, and not only was my head being beaten around like this, these really unnerving clipping noises. It also is occurring with my voice a little bit, so I figured, if I talk a little bit softer, maybe that's gonna relieve some stuff. So yeah, man, today I really just wanted to talk about myself a little bit. I figured now that I'm starting this channel, thank you, sir, I might as well put some context around, who I am. Get a quick little rip here. Gotta be careful, man. These roads are bumpier than you would believe. Missed a shift too. Anyway, yeah, so I'm 24 years old. I graduated college in 2019. I grew up in the Chicago area. I grew up in the northwest suburbs of Illinois. Really loved it there, to be honest. It was a great childhood and really nice people. A little sheltered at that, but I can't really complain about that, but it's something I definitely have recognized as I've gotten older. Yeah, I went to high school in the burbs. I pretty much lived there my whole life. I went to this high school called Barrington High School in Barrington, Illinois. And yeah, man, it was good. I used to be an athlete. I played football, and I wrestled in middle school as well. But I was really good at football. I was really into it, but I had quite a few head injuries, some unfortunate, just stupid practice incidents. And what ended up happening is I was on my 4th severe concussion, bleeding into my sophomore year season. And that sounds pretty high, and yeah, it's pretty high. Keep in mind though, I played contact sports since 5th grade up until that point. So yeah, man, I mean, that was my life. It was just, I loved beating people around, and coincidentally, or at the same time, I should say, I got beaten around as well. So, that was kind of a bummer. I was on my 4th severe, and my doctor was like, look, man, well, what's going on is, I really had 2 major events where I got a concussion, and the other 2 stem from is I would recover from the concussion, come back, and this is sketchy, and I would get, you know, do a couple hitting drills, and I would get concussive symptoms coming back. And you know, I think what the doctor said, it's like the fact that there's a pattern or some, you know, cause and effect type thing here. Let's lane split. I am not comfortable with you. I think you should consider not doing contact sports anymore. That's exactly what I did. That day I quit football, and that was history, man. So what came after that? Well, one thing I knew that I really enjoyed was computers. You know, as a little kid, I would make little HTML websites, little fake virus websites, and then I would make it my mom's home tab, or, you know, like when you open a new tab, the website used to load, and that was fun. So I knew I liked it. And during my freshman year, I had taken a robotics course. It was really cool. It was really cool. It was building little robots out of this Legos kit called Legos Mindstorm. And Legos actually had like their own drag and drop sort of programming language that would allow people to go and program these robots. And what we did instead is we actually used a different operating system to flash onto the bricks that the robots ran on, called Lejos NXT. And we were able to write Java to command these robots to do things. So after football, you know, I had that in the back of my mind. I'm like, I really like that. I went from a hardcore athlete to quite a big computer nerd. I had was really, really fortunate to have an amazing high school teacher who had a AP computer science course, a computer science data structures course, a mobile application development course for iOS, iPhone apps, and then a senior topics course, and actually robotics, and I think the other one was animation and design. Actually, I didn't take that one. But dude, all these programs, like, I took every single one in college and was just absolutely in love. Computer programming is freaking awesome. There's nothing you can do to convince me otherwise. It's the best career you could possibly have. Oh, let's try not to hit anybody here. What I say about Chicago traffic being trash, man. So yeah, I really was vibing with computer science. Finished out high school, took all those classes, and looking to go to college. I saw Purdue University. My older brother went there. I didn't think I was gonna get in. That's a loud bus. I'm a really, really bad test taker, guys. Like, I took in the Midwest, or at least when I went to school, the ACT was the big test. I know, you know, like the SATs are out there too. I never took it. But, you know, like, my family is a bunch of smart people. My brothers are all like 30, 32, 33 on their ACTs. And I got 26. I went and got tutoring for it, thinking it was going to go up, and I got 26 again. So, you know what, I'm just not a test taker, dude. That's the bottom line. I'm really bad. My brain panics in those scenarios, and that's just how it's always been. It doesn't mean I'm not smart, but it means I suck ass at taking tests, and yes, I carried on to college. But what I did have is an amazing letter of recommendation from my computer science teacher in high school. Despite my lackluster ACT score for the school, my letter of rec made up for it. Purdue does the holistic review, and I got into their College of Science to major in computer science. Went there my freshman year, and it was great, man. I had, you know, joined a fraternity, which was cool. I mean, I made some mistakes that if I could go back and smack myself in the face and tell myself not to be an idiot, I would have. But you live and you learn. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. God, man, this car is so sick. So sick. Imagine me rolling around in that. Whoa. Imagine imagine if, like, you're dating somebody and you're picking up someone's daughter for a date or whatever, and you roll up in that thing. Ooh, That's awesome. But yeah, man, freshman year was alright. I didn't really have trouble adjusting to the schoolwork. I thought the schoolwork was frankly not that hard. I learned a lot of it before I actually went to college. But just for, you know, lots of drinking and partying and being distracted with all sorts of other things, that was embarrassing. I did okay my freshman year. Sophomore year was kind of the same story. I moved into the fraternity, and I was on their executive board and stuff, and did all this stuff for them, and that's really where my focus was. So my grades were, they were okay, you know what I mean? But moving into junior and senior year, it's kind of over the fraternity thing. It just really wasn't the type of person I am, and I started focusing on school a little bit more, and wow, that was a good idea. My grades astronomically improved, and overall I was just a happier human being because I wasn't stressed about graduating on time or getting good grades or whatever. So yeah, man, that's what junior and senior year were. It was just school, basically. I had school, hung out, wrote code, whatever. Got a bunch of internships while I was in college. It's helped me a lot when I graduated. After graduation, I ended up moving to Chicago, the city, with my girlfriend, who I've been dating for quite a long time. And I got a job from all my internships and my school credentials at a consulting firm in Chicago as a technology consultant doing software engineering. And it was a good gig, man. I really liked it. I worked there for almost 2 years, and then just recently moved on to a new job, and the new job's been great. Working now at a smaller, what you might call a software, like it's a product studio, I guess. So we build products for companies who need said products. It's way smaller. I went from a company that was about 1,500 people to a company that's about 50 now, and I've never been happier, man. That's the honest truth. I have never been happier. I just feel like my last job was good, don't get me wrong, but I was just too worried about moving up, and I also knew that I had a lot more talent than what was being utilized and what was being paid for. I found myself doing a lot of tasks that I'm like, dude, this is not my job, man. I mean, I'll happily do it, but it's not my job. And that kind of threw me over the edge, and I went around looking, and yeah, I found a deal that suited me. So yeah, man, that's pretty much, you know, how I got here and whatever. I currently live out on the west side of Chicago. West side? Moved out. I used to live in the near north side, right north of the river here in the city. And we moved out this February. I'm doing it. We moved out this February. Last February. No, it'll be this February 2021. And the day where Chicago got the heaviest snowstorm of the year, which was hilarious, to a new place, and it's a loft, and it's sick, man. It's got a view of the city, and it's nice and spacious for me and my girl, and we've never been happier. Like I've elevated from being fresh graduate, still kind of a kid, to a full-blown freaking adult, man. I'm out here working every day, paying my own bills. You know, I'm fortunate enough to have parents that helped me when I was a kid, but I find it, at least with the people I know, pretty rare that I supported myself not through college, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, I mean, I had jobs and stuff, and I made some money, and I, you know, bought whatever with it, but my parents helped me. But the minute I graduated, I was doing my own thing, man. I really wasn't fiscally dependent on them anymore, and man, that is a liberating feeling. And yeah, and I think that's part of the reason why I felt so okay of getting into motorcycles is I had the money to do it. And no one's gonna tell me otherwise. You know, it was like, this is my choice, not yours. So get over it. Get over it. But yeah, that's actually, you know, probably an interesting story for another time of how I got into bikes and the process I did. But I'll save that. Yeah, man. I mean, I guess the only other thing you need to know about me is I love bikes, and I'm pretty easygoing, and you know, I also like making videos, which is what inspired. Oh yeah, that's a good view right there. Hello, lake. Yeah, this is right by Northwestern's campus. Really beautiful up here. I love making videos, man. That's why I'm starting this channel and starting to do some of these rolling vlogs. As I said in the last one, I just want a place to go back and relive some of these moments, because people take for granted it's like, oh, I'm gonna be doing this my whole life. It's very possible I will not be riding motorcycles my whole life. As much as I think it'd be like, oh man, imagine like how great that would be. It's just not. I don't know how realistic that is, right? Like, people have kids, which, you know, having a kid is something that I definitely see in my future, and have other responsibilities, or they get hurt. Everybody knows, man, when you ride a bike, you can get hurt, and you can get really hurt. You can get life-alteringly hurt. So let's hope the third option doesn't happen to me. But I'm sorry, I hope I'm riding when I'm older. But you never know, man. You never know where life's gonna take you. I may be doing something completely different. What's up, bro? Fucking totally eyeballing me. So yeah, that's about all I have, guys. This is just a little quick one to talk about myself. You know, I'm gonna pull in here and shut the feed off. But yeah, man. Once again, get out there, have a good ride, enjoy the day, and I will talk to all of you later.